Hello and welcome. I'm Morris Mohammed and you're watching the English news program on Somaliland National Television. These are the stories making headlines. Ministry of Commerce meets with international investors. Ministry of Public Works plan for 2014. Ukraine opposition leaders call for strike. Ministry of Commerce and International Development held a meeting with an American company discussing possible investments in Somaliland. Ministry of Commerce and International Investment for Somaliland, Dr. Muhammad Abdullahi Umar, held a meeting with an American company investing in the frankincense of Somaliland. Dr. Muhammad Abdullahi Umar provided a report about the meeting to the media and stated that the American company pledged to invest in the frankincense of Somaliland. The minister also pointed out that this investment will strengthen Somaliland's economy and provide more job opportunities. The Minister of Commerce and International Investment, Dr. Muhammad Abdullahi Umar, also expressed the significance of the international companies investing in Somaliland. Representatives from the American company Holly also spoke to the media and stated,
expectation of what they can earn based on what they produce and can sell to us. We feel that is the best way to promote development, encourage business and growth for the Sonag region and for Somaliland. We can't think of a better way to do it than to work directly with them, help them understand our needs in the U.S., help them understand that we will promote Somaliland's frankincense and Sonag region frankincense specifically in return for their support in supplying the product stably, consistently, with quality in mind. Our idea is not one fold or one way to just buy. We can buy from Ethiopia. We can buy from anywhere if we wanted to. The idea is to choose selectively Sonag, Somaliland, and say we want to build a long-term partnership with the communities such that you can depend on our purchases for the further development of your communities.
Ministry of Public Works held a conference where they discussed their working plan for the year 2014. Participants included Minister of Agriculture Farah Almi Gedole and the Minister of Environment and Rural Development Shukri Ismail Bandare and other prominent figures for Somaliland's government. First speaker at the event was the Director General of the Ministry of Public Works, and he spoke about the objectives of this meeting and stated that his ministry pledges to open a workshop for government vehicles in addition to a governmental fuel station. Vice Minister of the Ministry of Public Works Ali Abdi Saiq also spoke, and he elaborated on the annual working plan of the ministry. Minister of Environment and Rural Development Shukri Ismail Bandare also spoke about the strong cooperation between all ministries in Somaliland. The event was concluded by many speakers supporting the plan of the Ministry of Public Works. Director General of Environment and Rural Development Muhammad Farah Almi took a tour to an elementary and intermediate school under construction for orphans in Glasgow. Muhammad Farah Almi, speaking to the media, mentioned that this construction is funded by several women organizations in Somaliland in collaboration with diaspora and business community. Director General took to the podium, sending a message to all Somaliland diaspora residing abroad to provide assistance in completing this construction. He continued by recommending Somalilanders residing in Sahel region to also take part in this school's construction. He continued elaborating that this school is designed to contain almost 100 orphans, all under the age of 12. The Director General also pointed out that this school's foundation rock was laid by the First Lady of Somaliland, Amina Waris Mahmoud Chirde, and that donations were received from the residents of Lasgale, Sheikh and Bur'a to assist in the construction of this school. Director General for the Ministry of Industries held a press conference at his office and discussed accomplishments made and obstacles faced during his time in office. The Director General further elaborated on the three-day conference his ministry held, which discussed the policies and methods of improving Somaliland's industries in general. He also mentioned that the results of this conference were fruitful in that new policies were created in order to pick up production process in Somaliland's industries. Director General of the Ministry of Industries, Ahmed Abdi Noor, also spoke about contracts his ministry signed with Chinese companies willing to invest in Somaliland's industries. He concluded by answering the media's questions on the future policies of his ministry. You're still tuned into the English news program on Somaliland National Television. And now for the international headlines in detail. Ukraine opposition leaders are calling for a general strike after their parliamentary allies failed to topple the government in a vote of no confidence. Protesters also threatening to tighten their blockade of key buildings amid the deepening crisis over the government's rejection of closure ties with the European Union. Meanwhile, NATO Secretary General Fogh Rasmussen has criticized the crackdown on protesters. We condemn the use of excessive force against peaceful demonstrations in Ukraine. We call on all parties to refrain from provocations and violence. And U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry has also voiced concerns. We urge the Ukrainian government to listen to the voices of the people who want to live in freedom, and we urge all sides to conduct themselves peacefully. Violence has no place in a modern Europe state. Despite protesters' calls for him to resign, Ukraine's President Viktor Yanukovych has left the country for China as a gesture of confidence that security can be maintained at home. Hezbollah blames Israel for assassination of senior commander in Beirut. Hassan al-Lakis, a commander of Shia group Hezbollah, has been shot dead outside his home near Beirut. Little is publicly known about Lakis, but sources close to Hezbollah say he was a senior military commander with close ties to the group's leader Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah. Hezbollah issued a statement saying that Israel would bear full responsibility and all the consequences for this crime. Israeli Foreign Ministry spokesman denied the accusation, saying this has strictly nothing to do with Israel. Previously unknown group called Ahrar al-Sunnah Baalbek claimed responsibility for the killing on Twitter. That's all the news. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care.